to the crafty nana, thrift and vlog and the whole try on.
Good afternoon. I'm carrying on from last week's where I'd sent my daughter out with money to go to JJJ for me because I didn't have the time. And so this top was another one of her finds. So this is another 5 ringgit top. It's by a brand called Wasserful. Never heard of it, but interesting name. And to me, it's giving mermaid vibes, definitely mermaid vibes. So I put it with this skirt, which has got beautiful constellations of stars all over it. So I'm sort of a space mermaid, maybe. Different. Anyway, with this top, if I just put it down as it's supposed to be, I don't think it works at all. But as soon as I tucked it up and got that sort of scalloping to show, I think it looked really, really perfect. So I like it. I love the colour, and it works beautifully with my jewellery. I'm wearing the tie beads that I bought back last time that I strung. Took a lot of time to get them just how I wanted them so that I could show off all the beautiful beads in them, because they really were quite special. So very pleased with those, and the matching earrings. And then these were the JJJ find as well. Again, a colour that I adore. Absolutely wear them all the time. They go round twice, they're nice and long. And then this little one, this little frilly confection of, I think this sort of gives coral vibes, was from Bali. So very blue, turquoisey, mermaidy, space mermaidy vibe for this outfit. Give you a twirl. This skirt I absolutely adore. It's got big pockets at the sides. It's got an irregular hemline that sort of does points as well. It's so cool and floaty and lovely. And the design is just beautiful with all these constellations all over it. So one of my favourites, and now I found a top that I really think does it a bit more justice and that I really like. So well done, my daughter. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Jalan Jalan Japan, as always, there with bargains that are worth having. 5 ringgit, under £1, jolly good. So, first outfit is one that I personally feel really comfortable in, and I feel that it suits me, and I would wear this anytime, any place, anywhere. So, without further ado, we'll now rush off to the next one. So, my daughter found this rather interesting top for 10 ringgit in Jalan Jalan Japan. It sort of looks like you've got a really long waistcoat over a shorter matching top. I quite like it. Give you a flash of the full length. And I was going to put a plain skirt underneath, and then I thought, well, this person the other day was saying, you know, shouldn't keep things just for best. You should wear stuff. Wear it, because otherwise it'll be gone before you've even got round to it. And I thought, I've got this skirt, and I don't wear it very often because I usually wear it with a top that's the same colour, this sort of soft lavendery blue. And it's such a pale colour that I'm then worried about spilling things on it, so I just don't get round to wearing it very much. But it's really beautiful, heavy lace. Thrifted this one probably about a year ago, maybe even slightly more. But I haven't worn it much. I think maybe even only once. So it had to come out, and I put it with this, and then put in some blue to bring out the bluer tones. The scarf has the blue and the lilac, and beautiful silver threads through it, and I just thought tied it in very nicely. The necklace is one that I thrifted in England, and then I added all the natural amethyst beads into. I absolutely love it, but again, I don't wear it very often because I feel it's very, very dressy. Sometimes, just sometimes, you just feel OTT. I've put on my beautiful crystal ring that I found in Taiwan, because again it's these shades, bluey lavendery colours that I really love. So I've also added, when I give you the twirl, into my hair, my hairpin that I found in Jalan Jalan that I added the bug to with the diamante dingles. It's very cute. I don't wear it very often. Again, it's quite dressy. So I just decided to chuck it all together. So what do we think of this outfit? This is a very old jacket. It's all faded, but somehow to me that appeals. It's sort of got that sort of unloved feel to it, and I just feel that it just worked to bring the blue in. I did try it on with a different top and it gave a much more dressy up feel. I'll slip that on for you and show you just a moment. So swapped it out for this jacket. This was another Jalan Jalan Japan find. I think this one was 15 ringgit. It does make it look much more grown up and sensible. This scarf also works, so it's another option that you could do, bringing pinks and blues together. I like the other jacket. It's a bit scruffly, but you know, I like a bit of scruffly, but this one is a bit more elegant. So you've got the choices. You can go with whichever you feel like. If you're going out in the evening, probably this one would be more acceptable. The other one more daytime. Get away with it. Okay, let's do number 3. So, how grown up is this? Now, I could have gone either way with this. This would look really good with a pair of black trousers, but I wanted to get some use out of this peppermint skirt, and it picks up the colour in the applique on the top. Martin said, what's applique? Well, it's just an applied design, usually in fabric, and this is stitched on. This isn't just printed, this is actually stitched on, and there are little buttons, and then there's some printing of triangles. I think it's really interesting. It's got a slash across it. It's got a little bit of... I did actually buy it thinking that I would add even more, but then I liked the subtlety, so I haven't yet, but I might in the future. You never know. It depends. If I get paint on it, then I'll probably apply some more applique to cover up the paint. But anyway, so this outfit is a 10 ringgit top from Jalan Jalan Japan. The label is a brand called Casting. It's very, very cool. The sleeves are also banded in the same green. I just pushed them up, but they are full length. It's nice and loose and comfortable. It's got a stretchy neck. That's the problem with the last top, which I've just shown you, the lavendery one. When you go to take it off, it's quite stiff, and you know, trying to get your makeup on it is a big no. So this is a much easier stretchy neckline. I've put it with those lovely dyed agate sliced necklace that I've found a couple of weeks back. But I made some matching earrings. I think I showed you on my craft video, which will be the next one going up. But yes, so I'm very pleased with that. It's probably not quite the right shade of green, but it adds some power anyway. I just put a green glass sea bead bracelet on that I'd made at some point, and a little green peridot ring, just to bring lots of green in. I had the linen coat chucked over, all JJJ. The skirt's JJJ, the coat's JJJ, a rather nice tunic with a plique JJJ. We love you, Jalan Jalan Japan. There we go. Now, as I said, would look just as good with a black skirt, look just as good with black trousers, but it's spring, and I thought that my spring should sprung. So I'm wearing the floaty, pepperminty skirt. And now, on to the last outfit. So one of the good things about thrifting, if you do it well and you get it right and you style it, you can look like you're not only spending pennies on your outfit. You can look well put together. You can look like you spent some money and like you've got a nice, expensive outfit on, even when you actually can know to yourself that this entire outfit cost me about 68p. That's not quite fair, because some of it, there's other things as well. But you get what I mean. You can find things that suit you, you can put them together well, and you can look like you've spent money on your outfit when really you haven't. So this skirt was one my daughter bought years and years ago, because we live in a country with a very high population of Chinese, and every Chinese New Year, everybody wears red. There's no exceptions. They wear red. You've got to wear red. So when you get invited out to the parties and things for Chinese New Year, you've got to turn up in your red. So she bought this skirt, but she wasn't really keen on it. It was just something that fitted, and so she, went with it. Because at that point, we hadn't discovered the second-hand shops, and the sizes in the Chinese shops are really tiny. So this skirt was bought, and it's been sitting around, and I just thought, well, let's give it a bit of new life. Let's find something that will go with it. I found this little top. Jalan Jalan Japan, 5 ringgit, on the sale rack. It's not something I would normally pick, but it gives me the excuse to get out this fabulous shawl. I call it a shawl because it's just so much of it, with these poppies on. And this is like a smaller print, a bigger print. They work together. It's absolutely fine. And this scarf is just so gorgeous that any excuse to wear it absolutely is a must. And I believe that this was only 5 ringgit as well. So 10 ringgit, 2 quid. Obviously my homemade jewellery, my bugs, which I absolutely adore. I wish somebody would say, oh, this is so fantastic, make us some. Because I would just love to have more excuses to make more of them, because they're just wonderful. And they just make my heart beat a little faster, which is probably not very good for my pacemaker, but never mind. Anyway, added the duster coat just to make it more glamorous, make it more floaty. The skirt's very floaty anyway. But this is very put together. It looks good for second-hand clothes. Even if there is second-hand from your daughter, but second-hand clothes nonetheless. This coat, literally I bought this in England. I think I bought this on eBay from somebody else, and that would have been probably 20 years ago, maybe even slightly more than that. So yeah, it's been hanging around a very long time. I've added the red lippy to bring out the colours, and I think it's a smart outfit. So, don't give up on your thrifting, but really think how you're putting things together. Work out what styles suit you, whether you need longer lines. Everybody's got a different body shape. It's no good copying somebody else that's got a completely different body shape to you. You need to find the things that flatter your body shape. I've got a very long body, really short legs. And I know there are other ladies out there that are the same. I know I'm not the only one. So all the ladies in my family, short legs, long bodies. But it means when you sit down at a table, you're very tall. Anyway, my dears, I will see you next week. I will hopefully be back with some more. And have a good week in the meantime. Hopefully there was one coming up on the Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Lots and lots of love from the Crafty Nana.
If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, bye for now.